connect with like-minded AHK users in our private chat, helping each other out and sparking ideas that make scripting way more fun. Score 3 hours of weekly Zoom magic, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, with live lessons, pro tips, and one-on-one fixes to supercharge your skills.
Oh, Alt+Tab. Okay, good. Okay, see, so yeah, okay.
And then when you have your cursor on the window,
yeah,
it's popping up.
I think it does the behavior from Windows.
But I don't want it to pop up.
Let me try that. But I think I understand now what you meant. So let me try something. Let me see if that's the normal behavior. I am guessing it is. So basically what I'm gonna do is just create a new script that contains a GUI. I'm just gonna show it with some width and height. I'm gonna show it. Here it is. I minimize it. Now, if I do Alt+Tab to it, it will pop up.
Yes.
And that's the normal behavior for any window. It's not an AutoHotkey thing. So if I have
no. I don't. So it's AutoHotkey.
Okay.
My question is there a possibility to overcome it?
Yes, there is a way of doing that. So the way that you can do this, and it's a good question, because you usually, I don't know if right now you can do this, but beforehand, you couldn't use this way to create an Alt+Tab hotkey. So right now, if I want to replace Alt+Tab with a message box, that I don't think will work. Oh, well, it does. Beforehand, it didn't work. And basically what you had to do is to use the specialized version of the hotkey called Alt+Tab. I don't remember exactly, hold on, what it is. There is an Alt+Tab. Let me see where it is. Here. Yeah, so sorry. This is the one, sorry, I'm misremembering. If you want to send Alt+Tab, so let's say that I have F1 and then I want to send Alt+Tab, I don't think this works. This is what I don't think works. So you have to use the specialized Alt+Tab key to do that action. But if you want to replace Alt+Tab and do what you're saying, like say, for example, Alt+Tab, whenever I press Alt+Tab, I want to hijack it, display a list of the windows, and when you select one, it just activates it without adding it. You could code it just like this by replacing the Alt+Tab. But the problem with that is, now that you're replacing the original Alt+Tab, you will not get this little GUI that has all the windows in it.
I see.
So now I don't know. I think I can send Alt+Tab like this. Let me see. Hold on. Show or hide the Alt+Tab menu. I could use this, I think. And this, no, that's not the one. How can I send that? Because what I wanted to do is actually send. Let me see what this does. Yeah, that's the menu. Now let me try something. Let me minimize here. Yeah, it does. So Alt+Tab menu, when I do this, when I replace all this hotkey, whatever the hotkey is, with this, it shows this GUI that you can see right here. And I think I could do so with F1 right now. So if I press F1, yeah, there it is. So if I press F1, I get this menu. The question is, how can I hijack this? And as soon as I get a window that is active, minimize it again, basically, so that it doesn't pop up really. So I thought that I could use the send command for that. let me see. Close the Alt+Tab menu. Those are commands. They're not keys. So you cannot send them like this. But I think you could send the normal Alt+Tab. So I think I could send Alt+Tab, right? So yeah, the way how I would do it is I would send the Alt+Tab and then sleep for some sort of, 300 milliseconds. And then the window that is active right now, I want to minimize the active window.
I see.
So basically, I could send the Alt+Tab, right? This would perform the action. It will actually jump to the next window. It will activate it and unminimize it, but then I right away go ahead and minimize it back down. So the window will stay active, but minimized, I think. Let me see what happens. So right now I'm gonna minimize this guy, and now, no, that's not what I meant. It's F1. There it is. It shows up and then minimizes again. You saw that? So I could do that, but what is the point of that? Why do you want Alt+Tab to not
in fact,
restore a window?
In fact, what I want is a way of minimizing that it is not showing in the Alt+Tab windows.
Okay, let's try something else. I think I know what you want. In this case, you don't want a minimized window. You probably want a toolbar, a tool window. Now, tool windows are special like this. So if I create any GUI with the tool window here, there are two things that happen. The window is shown. The caption does not have a minimize, maximize, or close buttons. I cannot really minimize it, but at the same time, I cannot Alt+Tab to it. You see that it doesn't show up in here.
All right,
that?
that's it. Okay.
Right. Now, I could have a hotkey that minimizes the window for me. So I could have, let's say, F1 to main.minimize.
Yes.
Right? And F2 would restore.
Okay.
I don't know if I have that. I've never tried this, but I think for GUIs, you can minimize and restore it as methods for it. So we have maximize, minimize, and restore. So yeah, you can do that. So F1 to minimize, F2 to restore. I show it is here. F1 is minimized, but the point is now it's gone. So if you all try to Alt+Tab, it's not going to be on the list. And also, you cannot find it on the taskbar. It doesn't have a taskbar icon. All right. Okay. So that's a problem there, if that's what you need. But if you have F1, F2, you can now press F2 and it's back up, right? So you can assign a hotkey, and it could be the same hotkey with a toggle. For example, a toggle for F1. So that way you don't need two of them. So now we have a static variable.
Okay.
And then you toggle it if toggle equals the opposite of toggle, right?
Yeah.
That toggles the variable. And if it is true, I would minimize it. If it is not true, I would restore it. So that way the same hotkey can perform both actions. All right. Okay. And now at this point, I should be able to press F1 every single time and get both actions of minimize and restore. So you can have one hotkey to handle the view, the fact that you can view the window or not. All right. Another thing that you could possibly do is, you see the tray icon down here? You can set it so that when you click once on it, it shows or hides the window as well.
Okay.
So you could say toggle visibility, right? And basically, you could have a tray menu click count, I think it is.
Okay.
Tray menu. I think one of the things that a tray menu, it has the click count property. Yes, that's one and the default. So the click count, I will make it 1. And for the A tray menu, I want to add a value called total this, right? And
Yes.
visibility, right? And I'm gonna call this function right here. All right, and I'm gonna ignore all parameters for now. So,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna make that same thing the default.
That's it. That's
And what that does is that now, when you make it the default value and you run it, your tray menu, when you look at it, you will see, let me make this a little bit bigger. You will see here at the bottom that there is a new value and it is highlighted, it is bolded, right? And what that means is that when I click on the tray icon, that is the default action that gets triggered. And on top of that, what I did is that I set the count for clicking to 1. So every time I click the tray icon once, this function gets called, all right, automatically. So I don't have to do anything for it. And now when I click on it, you can see that the window shows and hides when I click on the tray icon. So with that combination, you can have a hotkey to show it and hide it, and also the fact that you can click on the tray icon and you can get some sort of, middle ground of, yeah, it's not going to show on the Alt+Tab menu. And also I have full control of when to show and hide the window. Hopefully that is helpful.
this was valuable, Isaias. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Hopefully that
there's
helps.
there's some posts on the forum too that I remember in the V1 that there was a very common way to just send any window to the system tray.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone would adapt to V2, but
there are other ways that you can manage what I just did. Like you can make it a tool window, but add some sort of caption. You can mix certain things, but they are a little bit more advanced. For now, I just grabbed this code and put it on the hero group. So Nick, if you want to play with it and modify it, you can just go ahead and copy it from there. And if you guys come up with other ways of doing this, then just go ahead and let me know. Just type it in the chat, and that will be, as examples of how you can do this in different ways, right?
Fine. Thanks.
You're welcome. Joe was sharing a topic on the forum boards. Minimize the active window to system tray instead of taskbar via a hotkey, right? This is a very interesting, and that's a V1 version of it, right?
I said, yeah, I didn't try to convert it, but it looked pretty straightforward to be able to.
Right. And it's pretty similar to what we were just doing right now. Yeah. They modify the trace, the tray thing, which, by the way, he removed one thing that I could do that I usually do, but I didn't do it this time, is just to delete the whole thing, delete the whole menu, add the one that I care about, and then add the standard back up, so that my value is at the top of the list. So basically, right now, when I look at the menu, now my option is at the top of the menu instead of the bottom down here, which is what they were doing right here. They were deleting the standard menu first and then adding their stuff. And again, they're adding icons and being a little bit more, kind of like more cool about it, just making it pop a little bit more. But yeah, you can make your option the top one, the one at the top, make it the default one, make it so that if you click once, it shows and hides, and then you can, make it show and hide the window as I showed you before. Cool.
Members enjoy a sweet 25% discount on everything we offer, from in-depth courses to ready-made scripts and pro services. Members get unlimited access to 466 plus hours of video lessons, packed with AHK insights to binge learn whenever inspiration hits.